The Water Leaders Summit, held at Singapore International Water Week, saw an attendance of nearly 100 water leaders from 6 continents. The objective of this year's summit was to unlock innovation and promote fresh ideas and approaches in water policy making, and resource portfolio planning, and project delivery. Throughout the session, key themes emerged from the various discussions: the need for education, for communication, collaboration, integration, and investment in the water industry. 3 key findings stood out from the nearly 9 hours of conversation, and today we'll hear views on the findings from Black & Veatch's Ralph Everts and Mr. Chu, PUB's Chief Executive.
One of the key points we arrived at is the need to establish one common voice from policymakers and industry alike on the value of water, and this must be communicated to the public. Getting the public involved, presenting unfiltered and transparent data, and giving equal airtime to discussing both the cost and value of water in the public domain will help facilitate the adoption and acceptance of more holistic and progressive policies over time.
Another way to communicate the value of water is through collaboration with industry. We need to recognize that governments and industry must work hand in hand to create innovative solutions during challenging times. The true value of water is in diversifying the supply of resources and tailoring solutions for water challenges we face in a rapidly changing world.
A win-win collaboration with industry should be the way forward for government agencies looking to becoming more pro-business and service-oriented. Through it, we learn the private sector's commercial discipline and innovative spirit. From their collaboration with us, industry players also gain an impressive track record, which aids them in extending their footprint abroad.
The second finding is the need to connect diverse stakeholders through active collaboration. Effective systems may not necessarily be resilient. A resilient and efficient plan makes for a successful resource portfolio. In planning water resources and sanitation, policymakers and industry must engage in well-rounded consultations with the industry and ask challenging questions around preparing for unplannable events. The public must also be educated to change their way of thinking to be ready for contingencies.
Understanding the needs of the end user is critical to realizing more advanced forms of resource portfolio planning. We're noticing a business mindset shift in the wastewater sector to resource recovery. However, to fully tap on this potential of paradigm shift, we need to help municipals understand and collaborate with industry to leverage the economic benefits of water reuse and nutrient recovery and integrate this mindset shift with their resource planning.
The third key finding is the need to drive integration and communication across the water industry sectors. One aspect project owners usually place too little emphasis on is the need to determine the best finance model to deliver a major project. Instead of relying on industry players to determine the scope and financing framework, which can result in misalignment of expectations, owners should conduct their own research to determine the right financing approach for each project.
For resource-challenged nations such as Singapore, there is a pressing need for a constant stream of innovative solutions. And this often starts with implementing good policies. We believe the key to developing good policies is to set the strategic goal first and then frame the policy around it. Singapore's goal, for example, is to achieve water sustainability. To realize this, we decided to look beyond our capabilities as a public utility and tap on the strength of the industry in a framework known as PPP. PPP creates a collaborative partnership between government, agencies and private companies to build and operate key water infrastructure. It allows us to leverage the synergies gained from marrying the expertise and technological resources of the public and private sectors to meet growing water demand at the best value for money.
How successfully major water projects are delivered depend on the integration of program management units across the water sector. Clear communication of objectives and responsibilities also lead to greater collaboration to help facilitate timely delivery of water projects.
To sum up the Water Leaders Summit and the corresponding white paper, An overarching point to remember is that the industry needs to reframe its thinking and embrace innovation across all levels. We need to be smarter about how we create policies and then plan and deliver the infrastructure in order to solve future water challenges. By working across traditional boundaries and lines of responsibilities, the industry can bring new solutions of cities facing complex infrastructure challenges in a rapidly changing world. We want to thank all of our global water leaders for sharing their thoughts, and a special thank you goes to the chairs of each of the sessions for their collaborative insights. We also invite you to log on to waterdialogue.com to view the full version of the white paper.